started it off. And what I'm doing here is clever. It's actually using the harsh end of this double-sided eraser. You know, just clean it up a little bit. The worst thing you can do is to put light on top of dark here, so we don't want to do that. So what we do is very cleverly take a little bit of light off, so you get the light coming in. Now we emphasise that by putting a little bit of extra strength down one side, like that, and then just adding a little bit of weight. Do you see how strong that's coming out? Just come down here like this, like that. I've made that tiny bit more than it actually shows up on the picture, but the reason being it's a bit of artistic license there. And again, we'd make it a little darker on this side, so we don't want a line. What we're going to do now is just use a little bit of white pencil just to separate them out a little bit. See that? You don't have to be too fussy about this. This is an artistic impression after all. I think I'm pretty happy with that, so I can leave it. Now what we're going to do now is sort the windows out. I'm going to start the windows by putting a little bit of ivory in the whole thing. I'll just do one window as I did before, just one window. Now I've got a nice sharp grey here, and I'm going to put grey in. I'm not going to worry too much about the centrepiece because I'll show you how we can get over that. That looks good. Back in with my dark colour and just very, very carefully take on the edge of the window. And that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now I said I would do something about the centre area. Well, we can do that with a nice sharp ivory, just like that. And there's a one coming down here. It depends how much detail you want to put in. I like a little detail, so I put it in. There we are. And you can just come in with just a touch more dark into the corners so it looks. Now that is pretty good. Bear in mind it's a tiny little window. Right, now with Bleak House finished, well, we want to put in the tree. Now here the trees are going to have a base of grey. I've got some little chimney pots there, so I want to work around them. Now once again I'll only do one little section, like a sap green, and here I can be a little bit more fussy, like going around that little chimney pot, like that. And also some ochre. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to use the blender again. This is just to create a bit of a base in there. Stop we call that sparkle. That's the paper coming through. There we are. That's great. Now we've got to decide whether it's lighter or darker. Now if you look at the picture, you'll see that it is actually quite a bit darker there. So you have to go either light or dark. Well, I'm going to go darker. So I'm going in with a dark green now. Like that. And then on top of that would be that sepia. Now this little twiddly action that I've got, it works really well because it creates a random look to the picture. If you've followed me at all, you'll see that I've done this once before with tree detail on YouTube. And it gives the impression of millions and millions and millions of little leaves. Now what I'm also doing at the same time of doing that is creating a contrast for these lighter roof areas going. Okay. I'm also just creating that little chimney pot. No worry if I get over it, I'll just take it off again with my eraser. There we are. Now, that's great. A little bit of extra weight going in there, just here and there, to signify the deeper bush. Okay. And now, what I'm also now going to do is go back in with the lighter green, and just here and there, put in a little green. I don't know whether that shows up on the screen. Possibly it doesn't because of the contrast side of it. But take it from me, that now looks quite nice. A little bit more. Now I'm going to continue all the way along there with this. Right, I'm just finishing off the trees now, and what I've done is just added a little bit of a little lighter green to it, just here and there, just to add a bit of sparkle to you don't want to go on the outside, you want to keep those, and just there where I've got this tree overhanging slightly from one behind, we can emphasise that a bit more by just darkening this underneath tree just a touch to make it look as though that one is coming over the top of that one. I think it does, doesn't it? Okay, now I put a little bit of ochre in. I'll just add a little bit more. Remember, this is the guide colour, so we want to put it in almost everything, or certainly as much as we can. Down there is fine. And what I want to do now is just put a lamp post in. Now, I don't normally do these sort of things, silly things, but that one I thought was rather nice. It breaks up the line in there, so I'm going to put that one in. All right. Now you've got to make sure that I'm going to use my rubber pencil now. Where am I going to put it? There, I think. That looks good. Now I've got to make sure that it's dead straight, and it looks good to me on the screen, so that's it. Hold it with my fingers, and I don't want it too long, too tall. That is fine. You certainly don't want to wobble there, because if you little wobble there, then you're in trouble.